Hi, Mrs. P. I really need to have a chat with you about Jack. Do you have a moment?
I'm in a bit of a rush. Can we schedule a meeting?
No, unfortunately, this matter cannot wait. So, Jack has been having continual outbursts throughout the last month. He's been yelling and swearing at students and his teachers during class for no apparent reason, which means that he's actually not complying with the school rules, which include disrespecting others, not engaging in the course content, and using inappropriate language.
Oh yes, I have noticed that he's on edge.
I have followed the school protocol and given him 3 strikes in class already. So due to the lack of compliance with the school rules, the only thing we can do is suspend him. This will last for 5 days and begins on Monday.
I was never informed of his behaviour in class. Had I known...
This meeting is to advise you of this, and I hope that this will solve our issue, and I'm interested to see if he has learned his lesson and begins complying with the school rules in a week's time. Thank you so much for coming in after I called you last week regarding Jack's behaviour. I really appreciate you taking the time to have this meeting.
You are welcome. Thank you for organising this and letting me know about the issue.
So, as you know, Jack has been a really engaged student who tries his best at everything and shows a lot of promise throughout this year. He has a great group of friends and usually stays on task throughout the lesson. However, over the last month or so, he has started to have random outbursts, yelling at classmates, even his friends, and the teacher as well, sometimes even using inappropriate language. This behaviour disrupts the class and has impeded not only his growth in this subject, but also that of the other students.
Jack never told me how serious these outbursts were when we spoke about it.
I have spoken to him on 2 separate occasions about this, trying to look for some reasoning behind this behaviour. However, it does not seem to have improved. Have you noticed anything similar to this at home?
Yes, I have actually. I have noticed that he has started struggling with some of the coursework across the subjects, and he has never seemed to struggle before. He also seems anxious, which isn't him at all. I don't think he knows how to deal with this situation. He has begun to ask us questions when usually he was very happy doing it all himself, but he seems to be really struggling to understand various aspects.
Oh, I see. I really appreciate that insight. I now understand what the issue is and can deal with it accordingly. Do you think it would be helpful if I sat down and spent more time one-on-one with him? Or if I also mention this to his other teachers, so they know he is just struggling with some of the content and possibly the workload? What do you think is best for him?
I think one-on-one time would be helpful, but he may be embarrassed. I think the best way to deal with this would be to ask him after class how he would like this situation remedied, now that you know what the issue is. I don't think he felt comfortable enough having a chat with you before, as he is very independent. However, he should be on board with you giving him some extra help to understand the content.
Sounds great to me. Thank you so much for all your help.
No worries. I'm glad I can contribute to his well-being and that we hopefully stop having these outbursts and can get him back on track.
I will follow up with you in the next week or so and update you on the effectiveness of these strategies. And if you have seen any change in attitude and behaviour at home, please feel free to call or email me. Or even if you have any further concerns or advice on how all of us can help Jack.
Thank you for keeping me in the loop.
I appreciate the time you've taken out of your day. Thank you very much for coming in to see me.